Singapore might be warm during the day, but it's after dark that the action really heats up.
The magic of Singapore is the blend of cultures. You've got Chinese, Malay, Indian, local Peranakan and expats from around the world. And tonight, none of them seem to be sleeping. And that's good news for us, because 8 hours of sleeping is 8 hours that you could be eating, drinking and exploring this incredible city's nightlife.
There's always something exciting and new happening in Singapore. It really is the city that never sleeps. But if there's one thing that's constant, it's the heat. So what better way to beat the heat and get a different perspective on this place than a nighttime bike ride?
Simon, are we on the F1 track right now?
We are. Who do you support?
I love Lewis Hamilton.
But why though? You're an Aussie.
Yeah, well, Ricardo's good as well.
Okay.
This is really exciting. You know what? It's so busy.
Yeah, we try to come out, especially after 6:30, because the sun sets at about 6:50. So this is the time people come out to get away from the heat, and because the lights come out at night.
I'm kickstarting my nocturnal adventures with Simon from Let's Go Singapore. We're doing the Marina Bay Night Tour, a 2-hour round trip taking in some of Singapore's most spectacular sights. First stop, the mystical merlion.
That's actually our national icon. Merlion is a word from the word mermaid and lion. So the fishtail represents our past. Our former name is called Pulau Ujong or Temasek, which is actually a Sanskrit word to mean sea town or fishing village. Then the lion head came about in the year 1299. A prince came to this part of the world and it's believed that he saw a lion. And that's how he gave the name Singapura, which means Lion City. So we built a statue to represent the past and the present Singapore.
What is the story with this bridge? It looks like artwork.
The original name is called the double helix. It's modeled after the human DNA. They changed the name to D-helix, and it actually represents about life, rejuvenation, continuity here in Singapore. Wow, take a look at this view.
Look at this.
Amazing, eh?
The Marina Bay Tour doesn't typically take in the super tree at Gardens by the Bay, but as it's probably the most iconic location in Singapore and a personal favourite, I've managed to twist Simon's arm.
They were focusing on the sustainability element because they wanted to talk about how can we build a modern sustainable city using modern structures but incorporate nature into it. And this is their example, it's super tree growth. You know? There are 11 of this in this area over here, and this is where you can come and watch the Garden Rhapsody show and explore the different gardens.
Now this is definitely worth going out at night for.
Yep.
If you've never been to India, never fear. Little India, right here in Singapore, is the next best thing. The fabulous colours, tastes, smells are just a short hop from your hotel.
And if the rest of Singapore has a reputation for staying up past bedtime, Little India is an all-night party. No matter the hour, whatever you want, you'll find it. Whether it's 24-hour shopping, satisfying the midnight cravings, or purely a dose of cultural immersion. It wouldn't be a night out on the town without a nightcap, but if you think I'm looking for a Singapore sling, you'd be wrong. I'm headed to a hidden location for something new and old, but just as uniquely Singaporean.
Behind these doors is something really rather special. Believe it or not, this is one of Singapore's most Instagrammable night spots. Well, let's check it out. What did you want people to feel when those doors open?
Right, so we want people to be reminded about this particular Chinese medicine scene, which is like very fast disappearing in the Singapore society. We want people to be transported back in time. We bring people through this like passageway where it depicts like an old street.
Yeah.
And you enter a very modern bar. Our cocktails, they are all inspired by Chinese medicine.
So you're saying that these cocktails are going to be good for me?
They will be. They'll be good for your yin and yang.
Oh, I like that. Okay, so I travel a lot and I might feel a little bit jet lagged, so what would you recommend?
Okay,
then?
so there's actually this cocktail named ginseng spiced wine.
Okay.
So it's a cocktail that we infuse the red wine with ginseng, and then we further develop it with a cognac.
Oh, it tastes so good. Tastes better because I know it's doing something really good for me. Medical benefits.
Yes, it is.
Well, I have had an absolute blast. Singapore, you have done it again. I think I might try some more traditional Chinese medicine. Bartender, let's go again.